Beautiful butterfly, don't you know that we will fly high? Beautiful butterfly, don't you know that we will fly high? Beautiful butterfly, don't you know that we will fly high? Greetings in the name of the Creator, the Divine Creator of heaven and earth, YAH. All esteem to my King. He is great and He is worthy to be praised. All esteem to salvation. YAH is salvation. Did you know that? YAH is salvation. Behold the hand. Behold the nail. All things are working together for my good. For my kindred, soul tribes, family's good. We shall never go without. He is an abundant Father. And He is in my heart. And my love. My heart is my love. L-E-B, look it up in the Hebrew. That is the mind of a man in the heart of a matter. Out of the abundance of the heart, my throat chakra, the mouth speaks. Yeah. Holy Spirit, which card you want to bring out first? It don't matter because they're all chosen. I already picked these cards out. I'm just going to read it now. Let's pick this one. Surprise! I love good surprises. Good surprises that nourish me. This is the number 42. Surprise joy guides. Let's see. Everything saves, so I shouldn't have to look through it too much. I have my bookmarks. Surprise. Spontaneity, change, opening, breakthrough. Miraculous changes and breakthroughs are about to occur. You heard me, baby? Make room in your heart, in your love, in your mind to receive the blessings that the universe has for you. As if out of nowhere, beneficial connections, surprise meetings, and sudden changes for the better are on the horizon. Because the sun shines on me, baby, and my divine collective. Ram. Thank you, Yasha Ahaya. I'm out there to sow. Praise His name. Hey, what we doing now? Your joy guides stand at the gates of synchronicity as the universe pours love your way. Come through, joy guides, come through. Come through, universe. I'm a child of the universe. I'm a beneficiary of the universe. The universe is always given to me. And number one, I am the universe. The universe is created within me. And whatever I manifest and eat on, many feast. meditate in my mind. Hallelujah. Think about, roll around in my mind many times, and I speak and I feel. Yes, I manifest that. And I am the universe, and the universe gives me what I vibrate at. It's like a musical frequency. It doesn't always give you what you feel like you deserve or what you think you deserve. It gives you what your frequency is. What are you vibrating at? What kind of vibrations are you sending out? Yeah. So universe, pour love my way. I'm loving you. I'm loving myself. Yeah. Yahya is love. Yah is love all day. Hallelujah. Ahaya is love. Refrain from assuming you know what will happen. Your joy guides lovingly remind you that what you know is not all there is to know. And that at any moment the universe will surprise you with lovely unforeseen experiences. Unexpected shifts will bring benefits, support, and even financial abundance. So get ready. Be receptive to opportunities that come your way. Butterfly effect. Let's blossom. Air. Let's blossom. Shifts. Metamorphosis. Let's blossom. Praise Yah. And at any moment, the universe will surprise you with lovely, unforeseen experiences. Unexpected shifts will bring benefits, support, and even financial abundance. So get ready. Be receptive to opportunities that come your way. Say yes to invitations that may be out of the ordinary. These experiences are divinely inspired and benefit you in every way. Be spontaneous and give yourself permission to break out of character and do the wild thing. Go on the blind date. Don't ignore red flags though. Seek the divine. Take an impulsive trip. Be safe. Or attend a party or fundraiser. You never know what good will occur. Be open-minded, but always listen to your intuition. Always watch your back, your surroundings. Never fully trust anything that feels off. You can enjoy your life, but always be watchful. Watch and pray. That is the message. Your joy guide's message to you: surprise, the universe loves you and is showering you with beautiful new opportunities. Get ready to experience the fun of it all. All right, that was surprise. So let's move on. What else? What else? Out of these cards, Holy Spirit, what should come out next? Come out, card. Up. And I'll go with the first one I see. Charity. Charity starts at home and spreads abroad. You can't be outside loving on everybody else when you didn't even start with yourself. When it says it starts at home, people be thinking that, and I used to think this, my dad used to say this all the time when I was a teenager. Charity starts at home and spreads abroad. And I used to think, and he probably was talking about within our home with like my siblings and stuff, but like, and my parents, but I just had a revelation and a download that it's within. How you gonna love someone else when you don't love yourself? How you gonna be giving out charity to others and you don't give charity to yourself? How you gonna be doing people outside your home better and you don't even do your own wife and kids good? How you gonna do other people good but you don't even be kind to people within your home? Your home, your divine collective, your divine assembly, your own creator. How you gonna worship the creation higher than the creator? So charity, that's a download I had from that. But let me read the card. Let me read the book. And the number for that is 43. This is Charity, Nature Spirits. Let's talk about the picture here. I didn't go into that, but that's one. But this is a woman, a feminine energy, because women are made to receive. So if you're in your if you're masculine in your feminine energy, because we need to have both and balance it, in order to receive from the universe, you have to be in a receptive state, open to receive. She is closing her eyes, trusting her intuition. See this light around her? She's trusting her heart. She's connected. She's healed. And she has her hands open to receive, like a prayer, the energy of not only the sun, but look, there's a hand coming down from heaven. And that would be her nature spirits. Also the divine. The divine is connected to all spirits. Even the dark ones people call upon, they need legal permission to do something. He's the chief master of all. Okay? So this woman is in bliss. She has her eyes closed. She's looking up. She's in a flowy state. She's wearing white. She's healing. She's in a nurturing state. She's in a cleansed state. Her hair is down. Okay, when your hair, they say, let your hair down. Relax, okay? Her hair is down. The wind is blowing it. She's relaxed. She has creation power all around her, yellow. Her very sacral sacral is orange, but that's in there too. But she has yellow. She has her soul, her solar plex. Her soul is open to receive. Her mind, her will, and her emotions. She is letting salvation, because that's the only thing that can save her. Ra, soul, solar plex, sun, illumination, shining truth on things, because truth will set you free. She's ready to be set free. Hiding things in the shadows under the moon and darkness will keep you bound. And that's all cute for certain ones that like to do certain work to keep people bound and in darkness, because if truth was ever illuminated, you probably would get the fuck away from them. But that's neither here nor there. No one likes to be left in the dark, even people that put people in darkness. They don't want to be lied to. They don't want to be betrayed. They don't have much empathy to put themselves in other people's shoes and say, damn, I wouldn't want anybody doing that to me. How would I feel if someone did that to me? And maybe they don't care, because some of these people end up with people just like them. I know plenty of witches and warlocks that do wrong to other people, but don't want to be wronged by their mate. But you're married to a witch or a warlock. You didn't think they were doing spell work on you? You didn't think they was going to get that get back? And your open seasons is going to prosper, because you guys are aligned. It's not like you're not a dark person like they are. And if you're a light worker like me, yeah, I might have more grace. But you still gotta get away from them. There's only so much he can do if he stays with people. You have to show, I'm done. You have to, faith without works is dead. You gotta show with works that you're serious about growing, departing from the confusion. So this woman, back to Charity, she is obviously given to herself. She's illuminated. Okay, her aura is glowing. She has her solar plexus very bright. The sun is shining in her, coming out. Her solar plexus will up top, bliss. And we have the pink, the femininity down here. Okay. Her hands are open to receive. And the power is being given to her. And the power is reading. I love this download. Radiating off of her to give life. Creativity. See this triangulation right here? the woman, the spirit, the earth. She's not using her mouth to curse anyone, so she's being given abundance. She's given power. She can be trusted. Some people don't have the inheritance because they can't be trusted. You lose your inheritance when you do wicked and disobey Creator. We seen in the Garden of Eden that when they didn't obey Creator, they got put out. You couldn't trust them no more. Not that he didn't love them anymore. He didn't trust them. And they had to go through their karma. They had to go through their hardships. They literally tied his hands. And Satan knew what he was doing to get them out the garden. He knew that's when I could beat your ass. He wanted them away from their protector, their protection. And they fell for the okie doke. Don't do that. Don't fall for the enemy's lies. Well, they just doing that because they don't want you to be better than them. They in competition. Don't listen to that person. Baby, I am not in a competition with you. I could care less. I'm just trying to live my life. So whatever lies people were told about me to triangulate me or something so you can have a backbone to work against me, it's lies. No one's done anything for me. The only one that's done something for me is the divine creator of heaven and earth. My divine ancestors of the highest light. My divine angels. My divine spirit team. Myself. No one else has done shit for me. No man has given me anything. There's nothing to compete. The only competition is myself. You, as a creation, needs to connect to the divine creator and the divine source, divine mother, earth, Gaia, to get your abundance, your love, your charity. Because what you give to yourself, the universe will give back to you. You see that? Allah, let's ascend, my king, my queen, my empress, my emperor, my queen of swords, my king of swords, my king of pentacles, my queens of pentacles. Let's ascend, divine collective, divine assembly. Let's ascend, Allah. Raise the vibrations of the earth, the universe, the planets. Hallelujah. We are rulers and we have dominion. And Satan is under our feet. Through love, obedience. That's the prosperity. Komaya. Titaraya shalarai sila. Pomaraya sanamai shakana. She gave to herself and put out her hands to receive from the spirits above. Not below. Above. And he gave her power and blessings for things to rise up and grow. And the light shines on her. You see the blue and the purple? She has the power to speak. She has the consciousness of the Creator. The crown is the light. Yes, it is. Let's move on. Let's read. Yeah, it's so good. There it is, charity. Compassion, grace, detachment, understanding. This is a time to open your heart and find compassion and understanding for someone in pain. Do not take another's bad behavior personally, for their plight brings out the worst in them. It is easy to be compassionate and generous with others when they are kind and grateful. However, it is much more difficult when they are hostile and lash out. It is. It's a test of your temperance, your patience, your love. This does not mean you have to take abuse from anyone. You don't. Instead, take good care of yourself. Have respect for yourself. When they disrespect you, and they really disrespecting themselves. When they point their finger at you and you see that? You see that? Yeah, right. Pointing back at them. And it's a gun that they think they're hitting at you. But this is stabbing them. It's like a two-edged sword. So when you send out a text, understand if it's not righteous, you don't have a cause, it's coming back to harm you. A curse without a cause will not stand. However, it is much more difficult when they're hostile lash out. So many times people have disrespected me and I cut my pieces. I said, you know what? They want me to act the monkey. I'm not going to give them what they want. And I know that's going to eat them alive. They want me to feel away. They want to get me out of character. Before I even know about energy vampires. But yeah, energy vampires, they need your energy. It don't matter if it's good energy, bad energy. They just want you to react. Stop reacting. Now when they send the roaches, I just be looking at them. I don't scream. I don't say shit. And then I just watch them disappear. That's how you know you're just sending your monitoring spirits and your chaos and confusion magic and hoping that I bite the bait and act the fucking monkey. I'm not. Now I might stump them and be like, yeah, my ancestors are some stumping ancient ancestors. What's up? But lately I just been chilling. Alright, cool. Then I move on. And it doesn't really happen. But I know in the last reading I did, it's like it come out every time it know I'm about to meditate. It know I'm about to give the word. It's a distraction from the principality that is trying to get you off your square. Have enough charity, giving to yourself, love for yourself, to invest in yourself so the divine and the spirit team that was assigned to you can give to you so everything around you and within you can grow and you can receive the universe's gifts. You are the beneficiary of the universe, child of the universe. Excuse me. So keep sowing good seeds. Don't bite the bait. Listen, you strong. Listen, ain't no king about to come off their throne for no little pipsqueak. You hear me? Let them talk their little shit. Let them talk their little stuff. You know why they talking? Because they're not you. If they were like you, they'd be on their own throne worrying about their own business. Obviously, they feel away, inferior, because you that work, you that pressure. Because if they was pressure, they be doing their own thing. They wouldn't be trying to take your kingdom so they can have a kingdom. They would just be focusing on their own kingdom. Never did I worry about anybody else's motherfucking kingdom. Too busy building my kingdom and queendom. What? And the real thing is, I have nothing without the divine. So this is what it is. Seek first the kingdom of heaven and its righteousness, Yashar path. Follow him. That's the right way. Even if you're imperfect, following him makes you righteous. Romans 4, Abraham became righteous not because he did everything perfect, but because he believed the Creator even when the situation looked dead. Yeah, he was promised that him and his wife Sarah was going to have a child in old age. And yet we know men, they can have a baby, but you know, their semen can do that even when young women. But that woman, she was old. She was like 90 something. And he still believed the promise, even when it was like, I don't know about that. Because everything looks stacked against you. You looking crazy out here. But my Creator said it's going down. So I'm going to close my eyes and be like, it's going to happen. Because he said it was. And that's me seeking his kingdom first. And his righteousness, me following him. And all these other things shall be added unto me. But I gotta do that first. Numero uno. Okay. Yeah. So don't take others' bad behavior personally. Have respect for yourself. Because they just want you to come down to where they are because they feel away. They feel small, so they want you to be small. So they can, if you get on their level, then they can defeat you. Like if you're this big, they're going to try to bait you so you get mad and come down. And then they're going to try to get the best of you, whatever way they can. But if you stay away from them, you're too big to reach. You're too strong to touch. If you stay with the Creator, he's too big to reach. He's too big to touch. Your archangels are too big to reach, too big to touch. The darkness they send you cannot do anything without his permission. If you're walking in alignment and doing the things you're supposed to do, you cannot be afflicted. Ruach HaKodesh, Holy Spirit, burn up everything in my solar plexus, my soul, that has nothing to do with you. The enemy cannot afflict you if you have nothing in common with him. You know why your love spells and your lust magic don't work? I'm not a lustful person. I don't watch porn. I don't care about that shit. I'm a lover. If I ever gave you good loving, baby, it's because I loved you. That's when you get the erotic side of me. Other than that, I can go without that shit. Okay? I don't get energy by doing that. Hopefully, if I have love, then I get good energy from doing that. But I don't need to go around sleeping with a bunch of people to get energy. My energy comes from source. He says in his word, do not be sexually immoral. You're not going to inherit the inheritance. Heaven on earth. A lot of y'all, I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in hell. You need to believe in heaven on earth, and you need to believe in hell on earth. Because that's where you at right now if you don't believe nothing else. Don't be deceived. He is not mocked. Whatever a man, a human soul, with that will he also reap. If you want to reap life, give life. You want to reap death, and you're going to be given death. Don't be surprised. How did I get sick? How did I get death? How did I go broke? Because you kept sending that energy out, and the universe gave you whatever you kept manifesting. Also, a curse without a cause will not stand. It's coming back. You gotta go somewhere, because when they try to come to me, it's like, we can't touch her. Not only am I protected, this person's innocent. They're doing their work. They're balanced. They're obeying. They're not outside being reckless. They're actually using wisdom and what does it say in Proverbs? My son, use, it starts with a P. Like basically, discretion, not P. D, discretion. Okay? If you know people on your top, why would you be out at the bar? If you know people on your top, why would you be outside late? If you know people on your top, why would you just be dating and having sex recklessly? You gotta use wisdom. If you know people on your top, why would you not be doing your prayers and reading your word and meditating and doing? If you know people on your top, that's why I never understood niggas that be in the streets, that be in beef, be outside of the bar. Like, nigga, that's why you got shot up. Damn, rest in peace, but damn, why was you outside? Because your weakness gave in. Man, I'm going to the bar, I'm doing what I want to do. And then you dead. That doesn't even make any sense. We got to use wisdom and discretion, because the Holy Spirit cannot save you if you don't listen. That small, still voice, your intuition warns you. It does give you grace, but you can't keep playing with fire thinking you're not going to get burnt. You can't keep sleeping with people you know is sleeping with everybody and then think you're not going to end up with a disease. You can't sleep with no condom on and then think you're not going to catch nothing or make a baby. I mean, it's not like this is the Stone Age and we never heard of STDs before. We know. We learn about this stuff in health class. In middle school, high school, you know. Charity. Surprise and charity. Okay? Do not take another bad behavior personally, for their plights bring out the worst in them. It is easy to be compassionate and generous with others when they are kind and grateful. However, it is much more difficult when they are hostile and lash out. This does not mean you have to take abuse from anyone. Instead, take good care of yourself and step away from any unacceptable conduct. Respect yourself. If they don't respect you, respect yourself enough to not even engage. I don't answer that. Like, it's like you walking down the street and somebody be like, yo, bitch, come here. I'm not answering that. I'm not a bitch, and I don't want that type of communication. I'm not answering to that. You dirty mud hoe, come here. I'm not even going to turn around and say who you talking to, because I'm just going to ignore you. You couldn't be talking to me like that. That's not how you approach me. I'm gonna teach you how to teach. I'm gonna teach you how to treat me by what I accept. I'm gonna teach you how to treat me by the boundaries that I set. See, we learned wrong thinking that you got to answer everybody, fight everybody. Now that brings your level down. It brings your immune system down and brings your exclusiveness down, because people start realizing all you gotta do is do this, and then they bite the beat. I had an old person that I used to deal with said, yo, once they seen I could fight, everybody wanted to fight me. Stop showing your hand. I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but it's like, everybody gonna want a piece. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna want a piece. And you can't just be giving out so many pieces, because what's gonna be left for you? Charity begins in home. Respect yourself. Don't be giving it out. And that's anything. That's not just sex. That's anything. Like, I be trying when I go on here, I be trying not to address my enemies, because it's like, forget them. But if it's relevant for the message, I'm gonna bring it out. But I don't need to check anybody. My ancestors of the divine highest light are checking people for me. My spirit team is checking for me. The creator, divine creator, is checking people for me. Divine mother is checking people for me. I've been checking people for years. They ain't been listening. It's been going in one ear and out the other. Some of these people I've known my whole life for 37 years. Some people I've known for almost 20 years. They ain't listened yet. So what am I talking about for? It's a lost cause. It's a loss of air and breath. Okay? So have enough charity giving to yourself that you're going to just focus on what's important. You, your inner healing, your higher self, the divine creator of heaven and earth, the divine mother Gaia. Hallelujah. Your divine ancestors, because every ancestor don't like your ass. And your divine assigned spirit team. That's it. Your tribe, your soul kindred family. You might have loved your karmic family and karmic friends or karmic boo a lot. You gotta let them go. You gotta give charity to yourself. You've given them enough charity. Hopefully they listened and stored it away. Did more to store your energy. Hopefully they learned some nuggets, took some nuggets, some gems, and like, look, yo, I'm gonna apply this. I'm gonna be a better person. Yo, I have friends that I haven't talked to in years, and they might have done me wrong. I don't know. Behind my back, they might have done me wrong, my person. I don't know. I have an inkling. But at one point, we had a sisterhood. At one point, she bought me this and I bought her that. We looked out for each other. I cherish that. I might not have liked everything in every relationship, but it's something I can take from everything and be like, yo, my next situation, that's a quality that I fuck with. I want that again. I mean, I don't really think like that, but like, there's a positive in everything. You know? Even when people think, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, yeah, I'm gonna pray harder, I'm gonna descend and elevate. I'm gonna get more gifts from the Most High. Like, it's a positive in everything. I'm become wiser, stronger, better. I'm wiser, I'm better, I'm stronger, much stronger. Probably didn't sing this song right, but it was in my heart. Marvin Sapp. Never should have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see you were there for me. I'm stronger. I'm wiser. I'm better. Much better. Give yourself charity, my loves. This is going to make you better. Okay? This does not mean you have to take abuse from anyone. Instead, take good care of yourself and step away from any unacceptable conduct. However, do step back far enough to recognize that the poor behavior you are witnessing is that of one who is secretly suffering and afraid. And that's what you got to recognize, that something wrong with them. Everyone that's ever heard me, I've always wondered after trying to fix myself, because I started with myself. First, I asked them what was wrong with them and told them what was wrong with them. But then when it kept on happening, like, and I tried to keep a relationship with these people, I'm like, damn, what can I do to make this better? All right, let me try being quiet. Let me just try observing. Let me try just listening. Let me try just giving them some space. Let me try to just be nice. Give them a gift. Let me try to offer them something, you know. Let me honor them. Make them feel like they're the queen, the princess, the king. Let me humble myself. Because maybe they feel away because I am that and I walk around like that. Maybe I should not lower myself because I know who I am inside. That doesn't hurt me to serve others. But let me serve them. Let me let them feel like I'm honoring them. I've did that plenty of times. Like, I'm the oldest child. And I went out my way to honor my younger siblings as if they were the chief. As if they were the older ones. Maybe that's why that shit went through their head. I don't know. But I always honored my siblings and tried to be understanding and give them space and grace. And I realized, like, they're immature, they're young, they're puffed up, they're prideful. They don't know me like that. Or maybe they had something put inside their head to not respect me and like me. You know what I mean? So I try to exercise patience and temperance with them. Understanding. It said when a certain one I wasn't really close to much of them, but there was one I was close to. I grew up was more than anyone. When a person started tripping out a lot, I just started watching them like, why are you like this? Why every time I see you, it's chaos, it's confusion. We don't even fuck with each other like that. I see you like every now and then. It's like, and when you see me, it's always something. And then I started hearing people say, oh, both when we were younger, oh, it was both of y'all need to stop. And I was just like, yeah, they're not gonna keep whooping me in that because I am different. I'm not gonna be part of that shit. So then when stuff started happening, I just start separating myself or being quiet and walking away and be like, you know what, I'm sorry if I offended you. I just want to have a good day. I just want to have a good time this cookout. That's not what I meant. Hope you understand. You know, like being a peacemaker, because clearly something's going on inside of you for you to keep attacking me. Excuse me. So like this says, This person is secretly suffering and they're afraid of something. Fear is in them. What they're suffering and what they're afraid of, I have no idea. But YAH is not giving me the spirit of fear. He's giving me a love within me. He's giving me love. He's giving me power to overcome. And he's giving me a sound amount of discipline to overcome. I don't have to give into this. I don't know what you're suffering from, but love, power, and a sound mind can help you overcome your suffering if you just realize that, like, you're being your biggest enemy. And you're going to self-destruct if you don't stop. So it says maintain healthy boundaries. And that's what I started doing. So they cannot hurt you. And keep your heart open enough to overlook their lousy behavior. Doesn't mean you accept it. It's just like, yeah, that's not really personal. We're not in a beef. That's like one-sided beef. I don't even think about you like that. I'd be hoping that you okay. That you and your children and family are okay. It's one-sided, you know? So it's like, yeah, my heart is open up. At one point I was like, hey, I hope they doing okay. Both my nieces and nephews are doing good. Like, hope they found a house, you know? Like, hope they're happy, healthy. That was my prayers, but some people weren't praying the same thing. But the universe has recorded that. And I'm going to receive charity because of that. Keep your heart open enough to overlook their lousy behavior. Not because you're going to let them beat on you in any way, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, but because energetically, you're realizing that's not my battle. I'm separated from that. You're not going to come over here. Now that I'm fighting back spiritually, because that acknowledges being attacked spiritually by the people I love most. Now that I know what's going on, yeah, I'm defending myself. I'm blocking shit. But, yeah, like, I took every other road before the spiritual road. I mean, I always took the spiritual road of praying, like, yeah, I hope that the Creator gives them peace so they can have happiness. But I never knew, like, I needed to, like, protect myself from the ones I love most. But I definitely set boundaries. Somebody I was in a relationship pointed out to me like, yo, you notice every time you text, it goes wrong. Stop texting, call. And I wanted to text to have proof, but this person was so ridiculous that they would block me so I couldn't call them and still twist my words. Or when I call, it's nothing better. Like if I call, twist my words. If I text, twist my words. Or the person I was with would be like, just make it simple because everyone's not as smart as you. You be having these long, elaborate texts in a whole paragraph and people are overwhelmed because people are not as smart as you. You need to keep it basic. This is a basic person. You need to say yes, no, okay. And I thought me explaining myself was going to help people understand me better, but it made them more confused. Just like people that probably try to watch my videos and interpret me and study me, try to become like me. They're probably hella confused because I'm at a certain frequency that they probably can't even translate. Not to say that I'm better, but I am better. You know why I'm better? Because I want to be better. If you want to be better, then join the movement. Join the divine. Give yourself charity. Heal within. You can align. You can allow ascend. You can be the best that you can be. We all have a part to play. In the word it says that we are members of one body. Even though my hands are the same, my right hand doesn't do what my left hand does. I don't use my right hand like I use my left hand. And I don't use my left hand like I use my right hand. It doesn't mean that one hand is better than the other. It just means they have different jobs. We have to stop being in competition with each other when we're family. We're one. We're one tree. Tree of life. Under the divine creator. He is divine. We are the branches. And when he cuts us, it's not to harm us to attack each other. It's to focus on ourselves and produce much more fruit. Not say, well, I want that fruit over there. Look how big his fruit is. Well, you got to remember, this branch has been around longer than you. And he's been working at it. And that fruit has been developing for 20 years. How the fuck you just got here and think you're supposed to take somebody's fruit that's been working for 20 years and you just started working 2 minutes ago? Mentally ill. And we need to realize when we're having a mental ill moment. And check ourselves like, yo, This person has been working for this for 50 years. Why the fuck did I think because I worked for 50 minutes, I'm supposed to have what they had, and they had it for 50 years? Logic. Common sense. You can't be the queen or king if you don't sit on the throne and reign or rule righteously or right. You can't be the boss if you're not willing to pay the costs. If you're not willing to suffer, how you gonna be the boss? It's fraudulent. It's phony. You want people to think you're a certain way, but you never put in the work. That means your character's flaws are going to show, and I'm like, how the fuck they get that shit? Certain people, you be wondering, how the hell did they get that? You stole it. The qualities is not showing. They can't reign long term. They didn't put in the study time. They didn't put in the work. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like people be talking about how LeBron James is versus, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Kobe puts in that work. I'm not saying that LeBron didn't, but LeBron be trying to take shortcuts and be lazy. You can't get nowhere being lazy. That man should have been greater than what his legacy is. You can't say, well, I'm that. Like, he says so many mean things. That's another thing. His character sucks. So many times during a press conference, it's just basketball. It's just basketball. Nigga, this is your job. You get paid millions of dollars. Listen, there's so many people that play street ball that want your position. What you mean it's just basketball, nigga? If it's just basketball, then take your crown off and go play at the local park, and you go to your regular rinky-dink job and let a ball player that didn't make it get your position. I bet you he do better than you. When you get this position, you better go hard. Okay? Don't say it's just basketball. Like, yeah, you don't, like, maybe he's saying it to himself, and I have compassion on him. Maybe he's saying that kind of stuff because he doesn't want to get beat up mentally, because when you're a celebrity or when you're someone that has a light shined on you, it can be hurtful to hear what people have to really say. They haven't put themselves in your shoes that this is your life and that this shit matters and this shit can make you want to take yourself out. Not me, but that's how some people think. So maybe that's a defense mechanism because he's really hurt and disappointed in himself. So he just says that so he can make himself feel better. But you really shouldn't say that out loud to people. This is a business. People are literally flying out to sea, paying tickets, working. People have put their homes up. I don't agree with that. People put their homes up, bet. You getting paid millions of dollars. People wearing your jersey on their back, fighting with people over you. And you're sitting there talking about it's just basketball. Go back to your miserable lives. Whoa, wait a minute. I don't think Kobe would say something like that. That's part of leadership. You can't say stuff like that. That's wrong. Bad character development. And I feel like he owes an apology for the evil shit he said over the years, because I'm not saying you shouldn't be fake. You should always be real. But maybe there was a way he could have said that was in a healthy way, like, you know what, I want to work harder, better for y'all and for my family, for my legacy. But at the end of the day, I don't want to beat myself up too hard, because although I get paid millions of dollars for this, it's a game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I did my best. Some people think I could do better. I can watch the footage. I'm going to go home, watch the video, and see what I could have done better and work on my game. That's what Kobe did. Kobe watched this video, he watched this footage, and he worked at getting better. He didn't make excuses for himself or try to make people feel small because he felt small. It's part of leadership. All right. I don't know why I got on there, but charity, what you give out is what you get back. And sometimes people think, oh, they be hating on me. Maybe people are hating, but at the end of the day, maybe some people are not hating. People are like really rooting for you, that you will really grow the fuck up and that you will do better. And you haven't risen to your potential. There's nothing worse than a mother effer that doesn't rise to the potential that you invest in. That's why now that I'm older, I realize you don't invest in potential. If people are not actively working towards something, you can watch it from afar if you want. It might be wasting energy, but like, You're taking a risk. You're taking a hell of a risk. I've taken hell of a risk on people that had potential to be great, and they chose to be shit. They chose to betray. You know, and it's like, damn. I saw who you could have been. And the divine saw it too. That's why he sent me in. And I can't count it as a great loss. But there was some lessons that I probably could have been like, listen, divine. And I probably could have prayed like, listen, why do you have me here? And can I go? I've learned my lesson. Can you cut me loose from this person? I'm ready to go. Okay? Or when the decree went out, look, yo, in a relationship, stop talking. Stop delaying it. Stop being curious. Curiosity kills the cat. I just want to see and know. At the first red flag, drop that shit. Even if you gotta wave the white flag, you ain't pussy for that. You're smart. Better be a live coward than a dead hero. It's called wisdom. Probably the other word, prudence. So, excuse me. Charity. Charity, 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 charity. I think I let go of the page by accident. I shall find it. Hallelujah. Getting a little hot in here with this robe on. Yes, there's some other good words in here I'm seeing, but I didn't pull parts of that. Charity. There we go. All right. So yeah, they might be secretly suffering and afraid. That's how I got on that. Like, some people are just secretly suffering and afraid, so they have poor behavior, and you witness it, and it's like, damn, you hurt me because you hurt inside. But they say, hurt people. And that's exactly true. Maintain healthy boundaries so they cannot hurt you. Keep your heart open enough to overlook their lousy behavior. Have compassion and forgiveness for others while protecting yourself. The nature spirits are here with their endless love and compassion to soothe the ragged and agitated emotions in the air. Take the high road and give those falling short a pass for now rather than confront them about their unpleasantness. And I've done that plenty of times. Like, you just gotta let that shit fly sometimes. Like, the boundaries are speaking louder than anything. Because I've tried talking, I've tried arguing, I've tried fighting, I've tried fussing, I've tried crying, I've tried explaining. And the best thing to do is just like, take the high road. Give them that's falling short a pass. That the creator is going to deal with them. The universe is going to deal with them. And it's no point of even confronting them about their unpleasantness, because it's not going to go nowhere. It's going to decrease you. You're elevated to the point of even logically thinking like this. This person is still on demon time. This person is still like not balanced. They're still not emotionally, mentally balanced. They haven't done their inner work. They need a hug, but they're angry. They're like, they're disturbed spiritually. I never even looked at it like that with this person that was a sibling to me. I never looked at it like she was spiritually disturbed. I just thought that she was confused. Because we pretty much grew up with the same beliefs. So I just was like, she had a kind of hard life. Like, you know, maybe she's low-key jealous of me. Like, I never thought she wanted my person. But I thought that she admired me having a person. A consistent person with my children. So I was like, well, maybe in that way she's jealous. You know, maybe instead of saying, I want to cry on your shoulder, I'm mad, I look up to you and I wish I had what you had, it was just like attacks. You know? And I never understood it because I've always loved her. I've always looked out for her. Even when she should have got her ass beat as a kid. My parents always say, look out for your sister. Take care of your sister. We would play double dutch and she would talk big shit to bitches that was bigger than my mom. Giant bitches. I'm like in 5th grade. She's like in 3rd grade. And this bitch is in 8th grade. Big as fuck. And I'm just like, can you stop talking so much shit, please? Like, I'm supposed to fight her. Because you know I can't go home and be like, yeah, I don't know what happened. They're going to be like, well, why you defend your sister? That's the kind of shit she would get me in as a kid. Like, you know, and it's like, I always would just like look at her just like not understand what the fuck she was going through. Like, why the fuck she was just like, she would pop off but not pop off. I was just like, what's going on with you? Like, and I just would like separate my heart and mind from it. Because it just really wasn't my circus and nor my monkeys. So I started taking the high road mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. But I never really tapped in like, this is a spiritual thing. I don't know why. Maybe that's part of the illusion. I just was like, shorty needs to go see a therapist. But you need a hug. I want to love her, but she won't let me love her. And just gave her a pass rather than confront her, because I just realized every time I confronted her, nothing got better. I love to confront things. I love to talk about things, but I realized the people that I was around were never healthy enough. And this is beyond her. This is like everyone. No one ever really wanted to like talk. It was like, oh, just act like it didn't happen. It's just like, yeah, and then it's gonna happen the fuck again. Because we're in relationship. And this is gonna come up again. Aren't y'all tired of this dysfunction? I'm like, I was the only one I felt like in my karmic family, my karmic friend group, that I always felt like I'm the only one that want to grow. And I guess because I didn't really have the teachings around me, I didn't realize, like, I knew I was kind of going in a loop. But I thought, because I was a Christian, that bullshit had me fucked up. I just thought like, forgive, love, 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 love. And yeah, you are, supposed to forgive and love. But when are you going to let go? Like, and I let go energetically. I didn't know people were doing stuff energetically. But as far as me, on my side, I started letting go. I started whipping myself so much mentally. Like, damn, what did I do? What could I say? It's like, nothing you can say or do. Like, this person's been like this for 15 years. You're never probably going to go back to how y'all was when y'all was kids. You're probably never going to go back to that shit. You know, it's like, you just have to let that shit be. So yeah, like, I've been done with that. And I said that to I just said that the other day, and I was like, yo, I've been done with people. And I think that's why I'm so able to let stuff go, because YAH has given me foresight with a lot of people before I even entertain them. They're going to be full of shit. Like, I knew it. Like, I knew my ex was going to be full of shit. Because he was full of shit from the beginning. And we were supposed to go out. We worked downtown. We were around everything. Why the fuck didn't we go out? We made money. Back then, I didn't know he had kids. He didn't appear to have any kids. I didn't have no kids. He had any kids. We were young as shit. We worked the same schedule, pretty much. The same jobs. Like, alright, so why the fuck we ain't want to date yet? I already knew he was a bullshit artist. He ain't serious about you, girl. I already knew that. I already kind of mentally dismissed him. And then one day, I wanted to flatter myself and say, because I was wearing a mini skirt, but I don't think it's other than that. He ran up behind me as I'm walking up 20th Street in Philly to go towards 25th Market to get on the trolley to go towards 15th Street to get on the L. And so I think back then I was staying in West Philly. And I feel someone running up behind me. I'm like, what does this nigga want? I ain't say that in my head, but like, I pretty much, like, that was the energy. I'm just looking like, nigga, I talked to you like 6 weeks ago. What do you want? Like, I already prepared myself, like, he's not the one. You have to go to college. We have to go to Tampa, Florida for college. fuck Philly and everybody in it except my younger siblings. Because I had a heart for my younger siblings. They were babies. And I mean, back then I didn't really have any beef with my grandparents, because I thought they were sweethearts. They were never going to do anything to me. But I just was like, what does he want? And I heard his bullshit. I turned around. He was like, oh, let me see your ID. Let me see your ID. I'm like, for what? He's like, I already showed you my work ID, because that's how I started talking to him. I was just like, full of shit, just trying to connect with him. We're working at the King Tut exhibit, and his gallery is next to my gallery. So I come over and be like, oh, let me see your ID, because I wanted to know his name, because I liked him. And he just asked to see mine, but I could tell there was a disconnect, like he wasn't really genuinely interested in me. It's like I knew spiritually, something spiritually in me knew this person showed up for me energetically. I could feel I knew him, but I didn't know what the connection was. It was very spiritual. But I could feel in the energy, even though he was there for me, he was not interested in me like that. So all these weeks passed by, and I'm like, you already see my ID. I'm a little defensive. I'm just like, what the fuck you want? And I didn't really curse back then like that, but I did a little bit, just like I do now. He's like, oh, let me see ID. I just want to make sure you 18 or older, you're an adult. I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I be? I had to graduate high school to work at this company. We worked for Allied Border Security back then. They made you get your diploma. I'm like, yeah, I'm 18. So I just showed it to him. I was like, oh, yeah. And now looking back then I knew energetically. I'm like, yeah, he on a mission. He's assigned to me. Like something low-key said it in my soul. I'm an assignment to him. But I guess another part of me let that shit go. Like my ancient soul said, he's on assignment. Why else did he run? Because he knew he almost lost me. Because I was losing interest. And he was so busy entertaining everybody in the Franklin Institute that he forgot what he was on mission for. So I was annoyed with him. I'm watching this shit. I'm at work. They put me in different posts. I'm seeing him give other bitches massages at the dispatch desk. I'm just like, yeah, I don't like him. Yeah, like I talked to him in July. It's now like August. Like I know I'm pretty. The nigga not interested. He's a hoe. Like that went off then. I'm 18 years old within a month of meeting him. It's like a lot of times I already know people are full of shit. And it's like something in me, I guess the human side of me bypassed that shit. But in my mind, I'm just like, what do you want? Like, you're full of shit. You're on assignment. And I showed him, I'm just like, he's like, I just want to take you on a date. Take my number down. He pulled out this big clunky Sprint phone. That was a turn off to me. I was a bougie bitch back then, but tried to act like I wasn't because people hated me. Ever since I was 9 years old, I tried to go out of my way to not be a bougie bitch. My parents always bought me nice shit. Even though we lived in the hood, so I just was like, and I'm a pretty girl. I come from a family of pretty people. So I'm just like, she was like, and when I was in 4th grade, I was in line minding my business, and the girl was like, you think you better than everybody. You know, back in the 90s, people said that. And I'm thinking to myself, do I? I'm sitting here like staring in space, thinking about some bullshit. I'm not thinking about myself. I'm not thinking about you. I'm not thinking about nothing. Like, I was born like this. You know how Beyonce and them said, I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Like, flawless. Like, girl, I don't think I'm better than anybody. And I said, why you think that? Because I've always been an intuitive thinker. Even as a child, I guess my ancient souls, I didn't even like attack her. I listened, I thought, and then I spoke. And I said, no one ever said that to me. I'm thinking to myself, no one ever said that to me before. And probably because I transitioned from a white school to a predominantly black school. And it seems like black schools, unfortunately, the energy is different. They're always looking for a fight. White schools, they predominantly white schools back then, or probably now, they don't want to smoke. You ask them what they said, oh, I didn't say anything. They talking shit behind your back. They don't want to fight. Black people, in black schools, they always looking for a reason to catch a body. They always want to fight. So I asked her, I said, what made you say that? Why you say that? Why you think that? Oh, because you walk around with your nose up in the air and you don't look at nobody. And I said, I do? Because that was news to me. Because I'm sitting there not paying attention to shit. I told you I was a daydreamer. I'm just like in line. We're on our way to like a special or something. And I'm just looking ahead. I'm like, you know what I mean? Anybody knows anything about Philly public schools, there ain't much to look at. It's like a prison almost in there. Like, it's just like big ass brown doors and doom. And I took that into consideration. Just like I took in consideration growing up, people kept saying to me, oh, you're selfish, you're selfish. Now looking back, I know that was a projection. And I should have stayed selfish. And when I was with my significant other in my young adult stage, she said, oh, you're bougie, you're bougie. I should have stayed bougie. I should have stayed bad and bougie. I wouldn't have dealt with half the stuff I tolerated. Certain things I knew I was better than. And I allowed it because I didn't want people to think that I wasn't relatable. I didn't want to hear people's mouth because I want to go take 2 showers a day, because I want to go do my hair, because I don't want to go to the store looking like shit. Hell, you don't got to do all that. You don't got to do that. Just put your hair in a ponytail, put on some sneakers. He wanted me to be a round the way chick like he's used to. I wasn't her. I wasn't that. My uncle used to call me glamour girl because I used to walk around ready to take pictures. Gloss on, hair done, bag, outfit nice. When I was into fashion at 12 years old, I already decided what I wanted to do when I was 11 and sketching and stuff like that. I was paparazzi ready. But there was always a comment, why you do so much? Why you always wearing heels? This and that. It's like, because I feel like it. This ain't about no damn boy. I was not boy crazy growing up. Now, there might have been a particular boy I might have liked, but I never was like boy crazy. Always had to have a boyfriend. I wasn't like that. I wasn't sex crazy. I was scared of sex. Very scared of sex. I don't even know how I went through with it. So, never was that. But yeah, like, let's see how we got here. Just people thinking that you think you better than yourself. You are. I mean, you think they think you better than them. Don't feel bad because people think that. Because when you start lowering yourself to fit in everybody and try to come down to their level so they can feel comfortable, you're doing yourself a disservice. I will never do that shit again. Like, I'm not going to be loud and arrogant and annoying and rude, but like, if I walk with my nose up in the air, so what? If I don't speak to none of y'all, so what? That's not me. But it's like, but if I don't feel the energy is right and I know that y'all hate on me, you know how many times I felt the energy off and I still spoke and no one spoke back? Because I was right. Alright, that's how I got here. I know people, before I even experience them, I already know what they're going to do. I already pretty much have a prediction of what you're going to do. So it's like, when he did all that and came up to me with the number thing, the way he ran up was like, damn, let me hurry up and get to this girl I'm on assignment for before I miss my assignment. Because I'm fucking up. Yeah, nigga, you was. Because I was about to be off your ass. I really was off you when I gave you my number. Pulled out the Boost Mobile, because that was the thing back then, the big ass yellow construction phone. The Sprint Boost Mobile phone. But when I did try to give him the time of day and call it, it was like, this shit don't even work. Like, you go to like voicemail or some shit. It's like, yeah, that reminds me of my ex's phone from high school. It's like, yeah, like, I don't like niggas. I don't like men, because I don't want to say niggas. I don't like dating a man that's not dependable. Like, when I call you, you don't answer. When I text you, you don't text. It makes me feel like if I ever was in danger, you're not going to answer. You're not going to be there for me. You're not going to provide for me. And that's what you're here to do. You're here to love me, honor me, protect me, and provide for me. And when you leave those things unmet, I'm not the cheating type. I do think about the people that probably would do it for me, but I just think about, why am I tolerating this? I'm better than that. I don't give that, so I shouldn't give that back. Should always get equal give and take, ladies and gentlemen. If the person's not giving to you the way that you would give to them, then end the relationship. If you had a conversation with them and they just can't get it together, then end the relationship. I don't give a damn. If you got 2 kids with them motherfucker, end it. That's another thing. People be holding on because they got kids or something at their house. You can get that shit back. You gonna live crazy? No. Or you just think, I don't want to be a statistic. That's another thing. I don't want to be a statistic. I don't want to be a baby mom. I don't want to have a divorce. I don't want to have a broken marriage. I don't want to give up because this is a good person. They have potential. Do they? Yeah, they have the potential, but they don't work at it. It's been 7 years and they haven't done it yet. How much longer are you going to wait? They haven't become who they could have become yet. So yeah, like, somebody I was talking to recently, I was going to go to one of their events, but I'm not really a social person like that, because I feel like, not social anxiety, because once I'm like, feel like I want to get lit, and when I say get lit, I mean, I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about like energetically lit. Like, I want to have fun. I want to participate. I want to stand up. I want to dance. I want to drink. Whether it's juice or an alcoholic beverage, or I want to eat. I want to partake. I want to walk around. I want to talk to people. I want to kick it. He. Ha, ha, ha. I want to make my moves and my rounds around the room. Something like that. I want to dance. Unless I want to do that, or I feel welcome to do that, I'm a very private person. I'll probably sit there all night and not move. I'll probably sit at the bar or at my table and just not move. Or I just don't go. Because I'd rather just not be around fakes. So I went because something had happened with a loved one. I was in a hospital with them. I missed an event. I told them, and I asked them if I couldn't come because I was in the hospital with my loved one. And I asked, could they use that money and ticket towards the next event? Because this person was always throwing events. But I kind of I would watch the videos of the events and be like, I don't know if I want to go to that shit. Like, that shit ain't my vibe. Like, people be drunk as shit, dancing on each other. And I'm married back then, so I'm just like, and I had no plans on like cheating or leaving this person. And I'm just like, And I'm not a strong drinker, so I'm like, yeah, sis, if you go to that shit, you gotta watch your drink. You can't have no more than 2 drinks, bitch. I wouldn't even drink. Like, you don't want to end up with some man, like, what the hell? Like, these people get lit, and I'm just like, I don't think this is my crowd. But there was something about this person that kept drawing me in. And I just was like, and I knew them from like 10 years before. We had talked as friends. And I'm like, oh, let's just see where this goes. And I knew a lot of people that would be at these functions. Because we grew up in the same community or whatever. I'm like, and my significant other at that time just kept complaining, like, you need to go out, you need to go out, you need to get friends, you need to go out 2-3 times a week. And I'm just looking at him crazy, like, what husband tells their beautiful ass wife, as bad as shit like me, to go out? You got to be cheating. Because I'm just like, then I'm home with you and the kids, and I'm being a wife. Why do you want me to go out and twerk and shake my ass and drink? I'm like, we just got back together. Like, we need to be fixing our situation. That shit was a red fucking flag if it wasn't no other flags. I'm just like, And you want me to go out alone, not with you. And you want to go out alone. It sounds like you're prepping us to be separated again. Because ain't nothing good gonna come from a married couple with 7 days in a week you going out 3 days and I going out 3 days and then having 1 day together. And then what the fuck are kids supposed to do? Oh wait, you said you're gonna stay home 3 days and watch your kids. I'm supposed to stay in 3 days, but where's the joining of the relationship coming in at? Because the bar ends at 2 o'clock. And what about the times I gotta call your ass at 1 a.m. when you're in Delaware, or 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. when we're in Philly? I shouldn't even have to call you, like, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have to worry, because you get to a certain point, you start worrying, the motherfucker's gonna cheat, the motherfucker's gonna cheat. But it's like, yeah, this don't align with a marriage. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't really know. Some people be saying certain things that just don't add up. It's like, yeah, like, nigga cheating. Nigga gotta be cheating. Nigga gotta wanna be like, impolitely telling me, let's go our separate ways. Because you're not nourishing the relationship. Because I would never tell my mate, you should go out 3 times a week by yourself to a bar and mingle. And I know people try to hide under that friend word, but ain't no good friend gonna be hanging out with you 3 times a night, 3 times a week, 4 times a week out of a 7-day period. And everybody gotta go to work the next day. And y'all got significant others and kids at home. What are you doing? That's not me. That's not my crowd. That's not my person. There's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that was just inappropriate. So there, my person kept pushing me out the door. And I'm just like, babe, you're my friend. Why do I need to go out and hang out with girlfriends? None of my girlfriends are married. You want me to hang out with girlfriends that are not married? I only have one girlfriend that's married, and her husband don't play that shit. As he shouldn't. So you want me to... And I'm like, I don't even need... I told him, like, you sure you want me to do that? I'm a social butterfly. Like, I'm in the house because I want to be a wife. I want to be a wholesome wife. You sure you want me to go outside? Because I don't need friends. I can show up at the bar and make friends. I can get that shit lit. I could just... I don't gotta drink one drink. You know what I mean? Back then, I could just be myself or have a quick shot and have a couple puffs on the L and of marijuana, and I'm good. Like, let's get this party started. I naturally like music, and I'm just looking at him like, you don't want that. Like, I'm very beautiful and I have a nice shape. I'm gonna dress nice when I go. I'm gonna smell good. Somebody's gonna want to date me. Like, this was going on from us and making these comments and having these outbursts. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to... I didn't have a social life. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, what is outside for me? And before that, when I was separated from him, I was celibate. And I was with my kids every day. So I never really had, like, an adult life. Like, I had my friends I would check in on. But I never was like that. So it was like... All right. It's the only person that's on my social that, like, I can go to their events. I guess this can be the beginning of something. Like, I just kind of dreaded doing this shit. Because I'm just like, yeah, this kind of put me in a predicament. Because, like, at home, my significant other and me, we would just go to the liquor store and just, like, I was a bartender, so I would make us drinks. And we didn't have much money, so I would just get, like, a little $5 thing, or maybe a cooler, or he just wanted a beer, and we would watch TV. So it was like, I'm not a big drinker. I like to make cute little drinks or have a shot, but I'm not like a shot person unless it's a celebration or it's something quick. You know what I mean? So I wasn't a drinker, you know? So going out, I just felt nervous. I'm like, yeah, like, because I don't want nothing to happen to me. Because people can take advantage of you when you're under the influence. I don't want to pass out. Like, who can I trust to make sure that I get back in my car and I get home? I have kids. Even if I wasn't worried about myself, which I was, or I wasn't worried about myself, I have children. I have to be responsible. You know, so... all these things are going through my head. I'm like, yeah, I kind of like dreading this shit. But I went to the event. And I could tell when I'm cringing this event days before, and I'm just looking at this person's social media and their parent and like their people, and I'm just like, this not a good fit for me. Something about this, like, I just feel like, even though this person has kind of showed me like in DMs that they like me, this person's for everybody. This person's a player. And I'm not trying to like get into nothing with no player as a married woman. Like, my husband might be okay with cheating and hiding it from me, but I have a conscience that eats me the fuck alive. You know? And I just feel like, I just felt like back then, like, you shouldn't give the enemy any foothold. You shouldn't give him any, like, space. Because he's gonna, like, come in for the kill if you give him just a little bit. So I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be in your shit. You're gonna be in your shit. Like, and I went to the event, everything was fine. But then afterwards, everybody wanted to go to a bar. And I was still on my shit. People was complimenting out the ass, but it just was overwhelming because it's like all of the people at one time, all you group of friends. And I just was like trying to watch, even with people drinking, like, oh, take a shot. We're gonna pay for it. If someone's got a bottle, it's like, all right, I'm still watching you niggas because I'm married and I'm guarding my body. And I want to get the fuck home alive and okay. Like, I never trusted anybody that fucking much, but I'm like, yeah, y'all could say all this stuff and that, but like, I don't put nothing past nobody. Like, I ain't know them like that. I'm just like, I'm not trying to like get raped, you know? I learned from movies or younger days where like, yeah, you don't get intoxicated. You don't smoke with just anybody. You don't drink with just anybody. You do that shit at home where you're safe, where you can see that shit. You can you can buy your own shit, break down your own shit. No one's lacing your shit. And I thought the person I was with, I could trust. Because of all the years and all the kids and all that, but try the spirit by the spirit, see the day of y'all. Thankfully, y'all kept me because that person, right, lacing my shit with shit. That's a whole nother story. I don't know. But I put this out here just to say, like, I've always had an intuition to know that shit was going to be a certain way. Like, I kind of, like, have a fear. Not, like, afraid, but, like, a fear of, like, I see you. And I know fucking with you is a risk. And you should never fuck with nobody that's a risk. You should never fuck with nobody that's a risk. Like, yeah, you gotta take chances and go out and stuff like that, but like, trust nobody. Trust nobody. And I kept my guard up with this person for a while. But the signs kept being there that like, this person always talking about sex. Don't he know I'm more than that? Like, I'm a person. Like, I want someone to want to get to know me and be my friend. I'm not going to give you the... And this is before I knew about energy harvesting and people stealing energy. But on another note, I knew that sexuality was very spiritual and very sacred. And I didn't want to ruin my, first of all, marriage, even if my husband probably... I knew that he had stepped out on me in the past. I didn't have any verified proof that he was definitely doing anything at that moment, but it was giving the signs that he was. But me, I had a standard for myself because I had given charity to myself. So I just like, as for me and my temple, we would not be giving it out. Okay? And if I move on, I have to make it clear to the person that I'm with that I want to separate and divorce. Because this isn't working. Because X, Y, and Z. Not because I don't love you. Not because I don't care about you. Just because it's been like a long time and you're not changing and I don't feel safe with you. It was never about love. I always loved my person. It was never about respect. I always respected my person. It was never about sex. That was never an issue. It was, we weren't in alignment. And I had finally started realizing it even more as I was growing up. So I'm like, damn, I'm almost 40. My daughter is almost an adult. And like shit was like getting to me. And I'm just like, this nigga's almost 40. This nigga has matured since 21. But not as much as he should. In fact, he seemed like he's gotten looser. And I'm just like, how can I build with someone like this? How can I build with someone that one day everything feels sturdy and the next thing everything feels shaky? I'm like, we should be further along than this. Something not adding up. And when I gave the new person a chance, just to be a friend and talk to me, because I wasn't trying to move on. I just wanted to be like this person I was married to. I'm like, I had asked him plenty of times to get rid of people's numbers out of his phone. He wouldn't do it. Going out the bar, get to work, not coming home until 1 in the morning, turn around, going to work at 5. Like, they're just constant disrespect. And then the constant trying to push me out the door and go out people. I'm just like, yeah, something wrong. Constant outbursts, like, yeah, I might just go back to cheating. I'm just like, who says that shit? And I knew, like, in some aspect, there was a spiritual attack against us. But I thought it was just, like, his ex. You know, trying to break us up because she wanted him. Even though she would try to text my phone out of the blue and be like, yeah, he doing this, he doing that. And I'm just like, sometimes I wouldn't even bring it to him. Because sometimes I would bring it to him. He'd be like, she just wants your spot. And he was right, she did. Because I'm like, if he that bad, why you still fucking with him? If you don't like that he deal with this and that and he do this and that, why you still fucking with him? Why you entertaining that shit? Why you participating in that shit? Bitch, you just want me out the fucking picture. And because I believed in his potential and I love my family and all the years in history and the love I have for this person, I wasn't going to let somebody break me up. It would literally have to be me catching him or him walking out on me. I told myself, if he walk out on me, I'm not coming the fuck back. But I'm not going to be the one to leave this time because we had made a promise that we weren't going to do that. We were going to work on it. So I was just awakening. Like, I gotta give myself better. And maybe I do need a social life, but that don't mean I need to jump into another relationship. Maybe I just need to have male and female friends. Because I made it clear, like, to this person, like, yo, I'm married. And I thank you for the compliment, but like, no. But then the more my significant other kept disrespecting me, pushing me out the door, showing me that he was interested in other people, but didn't want me. And the consistency of that happening for months. Then the abuse, then I was just like, maybe I should consider separating from this person. We can like coexist as friends. We can co-parent. I can be patient with him while he gets himself together and get a job and move out. Because I'm like, there's just no way that somebody loves you and keeps saying all this stuff or just not doing anything and just keep saying that stuff. Like I'm not the kind of person that's gonna make somebody stay where they don't want to stay. You don't want me, somebody else will want me. Like, yeah, it sucks, but it's like you need to make up your mind what you want. You know what I mean? So, but then like intuitively, I had like this, I had this epiphany, like, this situation is ending. Not because I wanted it to end. I'm like, this situation that I've been in for decades, that I had children with, is ending. And I've been holding on for dear life because I love that person so much. Sometimes I wasn't even really romantically in love with him. I made myself renew that love. He was my friend. He was my family. And the children we had made me love this person more, because I chose to see the good in him through the children, because I saw the children in him. And I didn't know really where along the way in life things got hard or mixed up for him, but I tried to give him grace. But I had to come to honest grips with myself that, like, I'm mature now, and I can, sometimes you just have to quit. It's like, it was something I was looking up a while ago. It's kind of basically like surrendering something, like without beef. Like, I make peace with the fact that this is over. I'm not going to keep hurting myself trying to hold on to you. Ever seen the meme where they say sometimes it's better to let go than hold on, because then they show the person's hands and how the rope is ripping up their hands? I had been holding on to this person so strong and trying to do spiritual warfare and pray to keep him in line. I never did spell work on him. There was a time that he was really lost that I did talk to psychics to ask, what can I do? What's going on with him? And they told me he was surrounded by witches and warlocks, and they were trying to keep him away from me, and his people didn't like me. And they were like, you should do this, you should do that. And I wasn't into that. I was scared of tarot cards. I was scared of magic. I just believed in praying, fasting. They were like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm like, all right, it's going to work. And then after a while, I'm like, yo, it's not really working. Like, he has freedom of choice. Like, let him do what he wants. Like, it hurts. Yeah, I'm expecting another child, but, like, clearly this is where he want to be. Like, and I said that before when we were separated before. Like, clearly, like, this is who he want to be with. Like, I had to let that shit go. Like, I just don't believe in, like, cuffing people that don't want to be with me. I just feel like if you with shorty, like, and you keep breaking my heart to be in a third-party situation, then you should just be with the person that you keep breaking my heart for, and then let me heal. We can be cool and handle our business with our children, or we don't have any children. Like, if I see you, like, hey, what's up? And then live my life. Like, I don't believe in sharing people. I don't believe in fighting over people. I don't believe in hurting myself just to say, yeah, I won. Like, I fought because I believed into the sanctity of marriage. Had there not been marriage in the equation, had there not been children, I probably wouldn't have fought as much. My religion really helped keep me, like, anchored. Not his behavior. I believed in the potential that he had, what it took to be that great man that I saw him to be. But he had weaknesses, and, you know, he didn't fight. And I couldn't leave breaking my heart, so I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna release this person. I had made up that mind. And then, like, it came out, like, somehow, this person, this new person that I was talking to, like, you know, liked me like that. And I'm like, he's like, did you let him touch you and this and that? And I was like, no, like, but I told him, like, I like this person. And I'm like, I don't want to stop talking to my friend. And then it got to a point, like, he was just trying to being bullied. And I'm just like, yo, like, I don't want to be with you. Like, we can still cook it. We can still smoke. We can still drink. We can still have our kids. We can be friends. You can live here. You're already sleeping on the couch. Just get a job and move out. The kids can visit you. Because you keep showing me, like, you're not serious about me. And then I'm getting older, and I'm like, instead of breaking my heart, why don't we just go our separate ways? Like, there ain't gotta be beef. Like, when I was younger, it killed me for him to sleep on the couch and me to be separated in the same house with him. When I got older, I just was like, fuck it. I mean, no, you're not gonna be bringing chicks in my house. You're not gonna be sitting on the phone talking. I'm not gonna know you blatantly texting someone with it. But he did get out of pocket like that, and when I let him back in my life, and I'm just like, I don't like this. It's getting worse. You know, I was just taking inventory, and I was like, we need to be done. It's not what I want. I don't like how this makes me feel. He refused to go. He wasn't happy about me talking to someone else. And I felt like it was like a territorial thing, because it's like, well, wait a minute. You just told me you wanted to leave. You packed the bag. You wanted a divorce. You done brought up your ex's name. I'm like, how do you even know what your ex is saying? Like, you clearly are talking to your ex. You always talking about going to the bar. You always talking about me going out. It's like, but because I said it, because I did it, and then it was different. Then it was anger. Then it was animosity. Then it was jealousy. Then it was, and it's just like, well, wait. This is clearly what you wanted, because I was just, no matter what you kept doing to me, I just kept being in love with you. I just kept trying. I just kept trying. I just kept trying. You just kept on shitting on me, shitting on me, shitting on me, shitting on me. So it's like, I'm giving you what you wanted, and now my heart is no longer in this. How many years of abuse has someone had to endure for you to realize that you're pushing them away? And sex, I told you when I was younger, sex is not going to keep me. Love is going to fade when you don't treat people right. I may have love for you, or love you like family because we have children, but it's like, you keep hurting me, abusing me. Like, you keep on pushing me away. Like, it's like, no matter what I do, no matter what I buy you, no matter how many date nights I have, no matter how cute I try to dress for you, no matter how I change in my wardrobe, because you say, oh, I look like an old lady, you should dress like this. I go out and buy it. Everyone on the block is looking at me except you. And I feel like a whore because all the men are looking at me because I'm dressed half naked, but the one that asked me to dress like that not looking at me. I get tired of other men telling me I'm beautiful, asking to take me out, but the one I'm with not. I get tired of being pushed away when I'm trying to make sure you're good. Everything that we used to do, you don't want to do no more. Now I'm in your way. You need space. But when I need space, it's not okay. But when you need space, it is. So I decided not to hate him. I just decided to make peace with the continuous patterns. And I just want to try something new. Not because I wanted to try something new. I just wanted to date someone new. Because clearly he didn't want me. And I was honest. And I said, listen, I want to stop talking to my friend. I like my friend. My friend liked me. I'm not saying that most men will be okay with that, because men are territorial, but it's like, this is clearly what you wanted. And I was trying to be mature and not be sneaky about it. Because he was questioning, like, where you went last night? I just went out to the bar with my friends. Nothing happened. Took my phone through. I'm like, yeah, like my friend, like my friend. And I told him I'm not erasing it, because I had went through hell with him for a year and a half, asking him to erase his ex's number that he clearly had fucked. They had a pregnancy scare, and he wouldn't erase her number. But when I got a friend and never even had sex with him, it was a problem. That shit blew me. I'm just like, wow. All my tears never mattered to you. but now yours is supposed to matter. Because you don't want to lose. That's all it's about. You don't want to lose. If you would have did this to me, you'd be like, fuck you, bitch. You know what I mean? I don't care what you're doing. But as soon as I would have started doing it, why you would have popped up 3 months later? I don't want nobody around my kids. I guess that's how some people are. But I really didn't want no problems with that person. I really, really didn't. But yeah, everyone I ever got involved with, I kind of foresee the bullshit. First of all, the bullshit, like the person I started talking to. As much as I liked him, there was a lot of shit about him I didn't like. I was just like, yeah, he's a Jezebel. But I don't know, I would watch him at the events. He didn't act like that at the events. People be all over him, but he wasn't acting like that at the events. That's why I was like, maybe he's not a whore. And I would say to him, like, you're a whore. You know you're a hoe. I'm not a hoe. But all the lies about, men lie, be like, yeah, I'm sleeping with my baby mom. We used to live together. And I just thought to myself, I don't even care if you are. Because, when you live with a significant other or have kids with them, sometimes maybe stuff might happen. I never even cared. I just was like, okay, it's like, you don't gotta lie. Like, if you really are dealing with that person, like, are y'all in an open relationship? Does she know? And I would take up for this person. I'd be like, you shouldn't do that to her. I probably I know, because I'm like, I know how that felt when my person was trying to do that to me back in the day. Like, yeah, we just gonna take care of these kids, and I'll sleep on the couch, and he'd be on the couch texting girls and be on Instagram. I was like, what the fuck? Nigga, who the fuck you think you're playing with? Get the fuck out of my house. Not gonna hurt me. I'm laying in my bed with our newborn son, and you know what I mean? My son like 8 months old, 6 months old, and you on the couch talking to other bitches. Like, whoa. You gotta go to your mama house. You gotta get your own place, something. Then you can text your bitches. It's not gonna be breaking my heart and I'm right next door. I'll come in here and wail on your ass. Because I was hurt. I was young. I was almost like 10 years ago when that happened. I was like 27, 26. Shit hurt me. It hurt me because I had just had a baby. My whole life had slowed down. And that's what that girl was going through. She had just had a baby. I'm like, that's mean. Back then, that's when I started thinking, these niggas are like, they act just the fuck alike. And they were nothing like it. Like, you don't look nothing like each other. Kind of don't act like nothing like each other. But I'm like, yeah, bitch, you have to make a mistake. This nigga just like your ex. This nigga just like your ex. Ain't close to his mama like your ex. Hopefully mamas be in there like too much. Like, they say they're not mama's boys, but you kind of are. And the first one, I knew his mama ain't like me. She spoke to me 3 times nice. And after she kept seeing my ass come through, my pretty ass come through that door, she stopped speaking. And I was like, yeah, bitch. I didn't say yeah, bitch, but looking back, like, yeah, bitch, I'm not going anywhere. And now you're mad. I used to talk to him about it. I'd be like, why is your mom so speaking to me? Why is she being mean to me? She used to say hi. He's like, oh, that's just how she is. And I'm thinking to myself, that's rude. And I'm just like, she used to say hi to me. Like, is she mad because she sees that I'm consistently your girlfriend coming in this door? I'm young back then. I'm 18. I hurt my feelings because I didn't have my family back then. My parents were not in my life. So I was hoping that when I hooked up with my children's father, that I could have had a family in him. I wanted to be family with his siblings. I wanted to be family with his cousins. I wanted to be part of his family since I didn't have my family. Because I knew I wanted to marry him. That shit broke my heart when they were mean to me. It took them a while to stop being mean to me. They didn't, even when I had my daughter, my second daughter, they didn't stop. His cousins, female cousins, started being nice to me. it was like 8 years in. I was like, God damn. At this point, bitches, I don't even give a fuck no more. But like, I still like accepted it. But like, they did not stop. I mean, there wasn't no straight disrespect going on. I don't play that shit. But it was like the vibes. I could feel it. Like, yeah, they don't like me. They didn't start being friendly, nice to me until like we met in like 2007. They started being nice to me till like 2015. That shit was too fucking late. But I'm such a nice person. I just was happy to have some love. I accepted it. We had like a little separation before that, and then we got back together. But yeah, and then this second person, I was like, yeah, first his mama was so fucking nice. I thought she was like a church going, praying woman. A nice woman. And after the event, she was like, hey baby, you okay? You know, like, she's so nice. You know? Then I started seeing her at other events. The vibe was not the same. I could tell she ain't like my ass no more. She barely wanted to speak to me. I don't know if it was I was being consistent showing up to the events. But I could energetically feel she ain't really like me like that. So yeah, I had some red flags of people. And I kept going. Because I kept being soft on people because I believed in their potential. But you always have to go off of what people show you. I'm not saying these people weren't lovable. The Most High loves all. I'm just saying you don't have to sacrifice your life. You don't have to sacrifice your sacral energy. You don't have to give your body to these people because just because you give your body to them or give them children or give them your time or give them money or support their business or whatever doesn't mean they're going to value you or appreciate you. They have to show you from rip that they value you and that they appreciate you. And it can't be like, it has to be consistent. I was consistent with them. They should have been consistent with me. I chalked it off with my karmic family, friends and lovers, significant others, karmic soulmates as I'm different. Everyone doesn't love like me. Everyone doesn't see things like me. So I gave a lot of people passes. And that goes back to the thing we read about charity. I gave a lot of people passes because I consider how they grew up. I consider their childhood trauma. I consider their lack of understanding when we did try to have conversations. I consider their education level not being disrespectful. They weren't stupid people. They're smart, but some things they were like a threshold where they just couldn't come up there, and they weren't even trying to. They couldn't communicate well. They weren't emotionally available. So I started giving them grace and allowing things. But it's like, it's one thing to kind of be born into a situation. That's still not okay. But it's another thing to pick your person. Or even if you don't pick them, you learn your lesson from your person. Sometimes you just have to let them go. Excuse me, because you're hurting. Trying to love them, you're dying inside. You're hurting. And they don't realize it, or maybe they don't care. But love is not pain. You see how in this picture, she loved herself. She put her hand out. The divine, the spirits gave her something. And then the power came back up to nourish the earth. If this is not a circular event where blood is flowing, like blood flows throughout your whole body, so nothing gets cut off or dies, you need to cut it off. You can't be feeding something and then it not feed you back. That's a leech. That's like a baby. Like, all right, my babies, you know, they nurse at the breast. They can't really do nothing for you. When the baby's developing in your womb, your body is sacrificing. You got to overcompensate for that life that you're giving space to live in your body. You got to eat more. You got to try to do exercises to keep being out of pain. You got to rest more. When the child is born, if you decide to give your breast, which you should, because that's what nature does before formula was ever made. The breast was made to nurture a child. You give your breast. What's the baby giving back to you? Now, we can't say they're not getting that back, because they say women that breastfeed are less likely to have breast cancer. But overall, like, you're giving more to that child breastfeeding, and the child is taking more from you than you're getting from the breastfeeding experience. Your breast shape changes. If you let your breast get engorged, the skin can get stretched out, just like your stomach gets stretched out. These are sacrifices that you make for your child. And in a negative sense, you can say the baby's a leech, but it's not. Like, you're nourishing the baby to grow, but these are not babies. When you're in a relationship with a significant other, that's not a baby. That person's supposed to be your equal or greater, especially as me being the weaker vessel as a woman, supposedly. Women are really not the weaker vessel, but as far as nature, like my body, a woman's body is not as strong as a man's body in nature. Yes, a woman can lift 500-pound weights and kill that shit. Some women can beat a nigga's ass. But at the end of the day, overall, women are not engineered to be stronger than a man. So we may be mentally or spiritually in some aspects if he's not nourishing those aspects of ourselves, because women bear children and give birth, and that is not a weak thing. So women are strong. But I go back to say all that to say, anything that's not nourishing you, that's not an equal give and take, you have to just pump your brakes. Even if you decide we just want to be cool or be friends, like, if you try to be friends and they keep trying to push the envelope past sex with you, cut it off. If you try to be friends and they still are basically the same person as a friend, it's not a friend, it's an associate. I can't buy you gifts for your birthday and then you don't buy me gifts for my birthday. I can't take you to lunch and you never take me to lunch. I can't pay for everything and you don't ever pay for anything. It has to be like an equal give and take. Or you just have to show up as a man and say, I'm protector, I'm provider. I'm going to love you. I'm going to, you know what I mean? And I want your love and I want your nourishment as a woman. If there's some elements missing, maybe they're not ready. Let another woman deal with it. You could feel like you're losing out. But I say, don't give so much time in the beginning. Don't have sex so fast. Because women, we bond differently than men. Don't let nobody play on your emotions. Because that's another way to get you, especially if they're a warlock. Just have boundaries and like have your non-negotiables. Like, you have this amount of time to take me on a date. You have this amount of time to ask me to take you on a date. You have this amount of time to buy me something. You have this amount of time to call me back. You have this amount of time to do this and that. Like, you're not going to treat me like a fucking option. You're not going to treat me like I'm not special and rare when I am. I'm not going to take that abuse. I'd rather be alone than to be abused. That shit don't feel good. I don't do it to you, don't do it to me. How would you feel if I didn't tell you look good today, or you smell nice, or you're handsome, or you're so strong, or I love the way you put it down in the bedroom? Like, how would you feel if I didn't praise you, love you? How would you feel? You can say you wouldn't feel in the type of way, but there's a reason why you love me. There's a reason why my lovers love me. There's a reason why they love being with me. So, it matters. Sex is not enough. Putting it down and then leaving me hanging for months is, oh, I'm just supposed to just meditate on that. Oh, you really put it down on me back in 6 months ago. I'm just going to hold on. Like, I'm a grown-ass woman that came from a marriage where that person wanted to do it every day. Like, I'm supposed to be remembering 6 months ago? I'm grown. And sex doesn't stabilize a relationship. Communication does. Genuine communication, genuine showing up for somebody when they need you. Charity begins at home and spreads abroad. But I can't expect people to give me anything they don't get to themselves. That showed me that I needed, as much as I was evolving in some aspects better than my people or person. This shows me that I was so busy giving to everyone else and trying to make sure everyone else was comfortable because of the things that were said to me as a child. Oh, you think you better, your nose up in the air. Oh, you're bougie. Oh, you're selfish. So what? I've healed from that. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you know the truth. That meant back then I was abandoning myself. As much as I was drinking my tea, exercising, doing my hair, I had an inner childhood wound I probably needed to fix. Bind every unclean spirit, every energetic darkness, send it back to hell in the name of YAH and Mother itself. There was an energetic, not energetic, but yeah, right, energetic. There was something going on. Why was I allowing that? Like I knew better. I knew that wasn't what I wanted or deserved. I kept sticking in there, waiting for a better day, for the potential to get better, making a nightmare a beautiful home. Seeing the best in it, instead of just walking away and saying, I don't like this shit, and I'm going to make a better life for myself elsewhere. And they can feel however they feel about it. What in me is allowing these people that are emotionally unavailable or abusive not give to me what I deserve? I deserve dates. I deserve flowers. I deserve gifts. I deserve sex on a regular basis. I deserve hugs. I deserve a man that don't cheat. I deserve a man that don't whine. I deserve a man that's honest with me. I deserve a man that looks out for me spiritually and prays for me, not prays on me. I deserve someone that wants to talk to me instead of get upset, full of anxiety, and wants to put hands on me because they're overwhelmed. I deserve a man that pays my bills. I deserve nice trips. I deserve bags. I deserve nice things. I deserve someone to invest in my business, someone invest in me. I gave all that. I deserve it back. And I should have walked away instead of waiting for them to get their shit together. I didn't want my children to grow up without a father. Because I felt like there's a pattern. Every time I'm not with this person, they're not with their kids. Even when I offer them on a silver platter, like, listen, you want your kids? I'll bring them to you. I'll travel an hour to bring them to your mother's house. Just please take your kids. Not because I wanted to break, because I noticed that when this person left, it was outside and they didn't have no time for their kids. When I didn't say go to visitation, when I didn't go to the courts, when I said, I'll just drop them off here at my house, or let's just meet up at the park, or let's just, whatever. It's okay to be flexible, understanding, try to negotiate, but it's like, to a certain degree, nah. There needs to be a standard. And if people don't reach that standard, you can't get through this threshold. It's too many losses you take, too much downtime you take trying to heal yourself while you have them feeling like you got this man feeling like he's the man, and meanwhile you're falling the fuck apart inside trying to hold it together, trying to feel better because the times he do give you compliments, the little crumbs he gives you. Fuck your crumbs and fuck everything about you. If it's not right from Rick, I don't want it. There's no hatred. It's just that when people don't come correct, they're not on your level. Like, you would never do business with somebody that's not on your level. Like unless you just want to do charity and give to somebody and not expect shit back. But that's not relationships. Relationships, we're relating back and forth. And this is the ship. Where is the ship going? Is the ship sinking? Is the ship floating? Is the ship going forward? Is the ship stuck? Is there a hole in the ship? Are we sinking? We're relating. This is a relationship. We're relating on something. And we should be relating on more than just sex, weed, alcohol, gossip, fast food, laughing at comedy. This is surface level bullshit. What are we doing? Are we building? Where is the charity? We should be healing our inner child. We shouldn't still have the same arguments we had 20 years ago. Something's stuck. Something's wrong. I shouldn't be trying to not interpret myself, but trying to explain myself, my heart to somebody that should already understand it. And maybe you do understand it, but something in you is just wants to fight me. And the truth was, we were never fully aligned. How can two walk together unless they agree? You can't. You cannot. This person never took time to give to themselves. Yeah, they took a shower. Yeah, they got a fresh white tee on. Yes, they got a nice hat. Yeah, they know they shit about sports and music. But they never healed their inner child. So then as soon as the volcano erupts, now he's beating your ass. As soon as the volcano erupts, he's leaving. As soon as the volcano erupts, he's cheating. As soon as he feels insecure, he's on social media. He's on OnlyFans. He's on the porn website. He's sleeping on the couch. He's disappearing in another city. That man's not well. He has potential to be great. Yeah, he has great qualities. But the main thing that makes someone great is divine source. Did they ever talk to you about divine's vision? The vision they have for divine, and fuck them fake church niggas too, because I dealt with one of them before. But you should know them by their fruits. This ain't about going to church. This ain't about being super spiritual. Because what good is all that spirituality when you don't treat me right? You know them by their fruit. What I say in my last video, and the fruits of the spirit is this: love, joy, peace, kindness, forbearance, faithfulness. These people cannot be faithful to you because they're not faithful to the Creator. How can they give you something that they don't possess, they don't have themselves? Can't. That's why I'm at the point where if it ain't from the Creator and about His kingdom, I don't want it. Because I don't know how to pick them. I pick the popular ones, the fun ones, the ones with the charm, the one with a great smile, the one that dresses nice, the one with the fitted cap, the one that know all the music, the one that likes to drink, the one that likes to smoke, the one that likes to eat the food, the one that likes to that knows how to cook, the one that everyone loves. But deep down inside, he's a scared little boy inside that needs to work on himself, that is probably been abused in one way or another, that needs to do the inner work. And when shit hits the fan, somebody will get fucking hurt. And it's probably going to be your ass, because he's not going to tell his mom the truth. He's not going to tell his dad the truth. He's not going to tell his sister the truth. He's not going to tell his cousin the truth. The one closest to him is going to get their fucking ass beat. And that's domestic violence for sure. And I've lived it. The one that's loving them the most, the one that's giving to them the most, is the one that's going to get it the most. And if they ain't got no peace, they're not going to give you no peace. It's not that I was a troublemaker. People try to point out, oh, you did this, you did that. Did you tell them you push my buttons 100 times a day and I only reacted 2 or 3 times? I'm human. We live together. We're together 24 motherfucking 7. You didn't think I was going to get annoyed with your ass? You didn't think I was going to blow up at you after a while? And you done been my man for 20 years? And you know me. You know what I like and don't dislike. You did that shit on purpose because you want to push my button so you can say, see, shoot. No, because you want an excuse and a loophole. That's not healthy love. And I have love for all my family, friends, exes. I really do, even though something demonic in them may not like me or love me. But the truth is the fucking truth. And the truth gonna set us a motherfucking free. That we all gotta get charity to ourselves, do the inner child work, inner child healing, ground ourselves, listen to our higher selves with the divine creator, not our higher selves with the devil, Satan, the seven princes of hell, no, the seven princes of heaven, light. So we can put our hand out and expect from the universe. The universe is going to give us something good, some abundance, some energy. She put her hand out, she received energy. The energy came up and gave her abundance. Because she's putting good energy out because she went inside and did the work. Charity. This is a long ass message. I might cut it off here and do another message another day. I'll be having so many downloads, there's so much to say, but like, charity, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to get to know a person to know if they even did their inner work. People are very good at hiding. It took me years to get to know my person. And I still didn't know that motherfucker. He still was hiding something. He was very good at hiding shit. And I knew a lot. I knew a lot. He would say to me, you don't know me. I said, I know enough. And I did. I knew enough. I did know enough. And I intuitively picked up on a lot of shit. I didn't know certain things, but I intuitively pick up on a lot of shit. I energetically feel a lot of shit. But I know that sometimes broken people, hurting people are attracted to healing people because you're the only love that they know. No one's ever loved them. Their mom didn't love them. Their dad didn't love them. They were treated like an object. You were the only love they ever knew. You were the only kindness they ever knew. You were the only real God they only knew. Because they were wondering, where's God at? They didn't get to know the divine like you know the divine. You are the divine to them. Because they don't know how to get to the divine. They just know, yo, I went through some shit growing up. And I don't talk about that shit. It's embarrassing. And I don't want to feel that pain. Why they mask with all that fake smiles and stuff and laughing or just drinking it away or smoking it away or doing drugs or sexing it away because they're in deep agony. And they want to hold on to you because you're the only healing light and source they have, or only blessing they have, really, to give more blessings. But it's not pure because they're not realizing you're hurting. They're holding you back. They don't realize that while you're giving it to them, you're dying. You're fading away. There's no care about that. And you got to love yourself enough to walk away from people that you care about and love. Because if they really cared and loved you, they would release you or do better. You gave them time and space to do better. And they didn't. You know, they just didn't. See, work in reverse. They did not do the work. See, the spirit talking right now. They did not do the work. It's work in reverse. They did not give the right charity to themselves to grow, to receive the abundance from the divine, for them to receive their own abundance. So they had to, I didn't have to, but they went to darkness to try to figure out how to survive. And that's not right, but that's truth. And it hurt many people. Most of all, hurt them. Ain't nothing else coming out. Yeah. Nothing else coming out. But growth in the reverse. There was no growth. There was no growth. I deserve better. I can't live in illusion. I can't live in my dream state. The dream has to become reality. I can envision a vision for us. I can envision your potential all I want. But when I see you and giving you time and space, and I've talked to you and told you what you need to do or showed you, you don't rise to the occasion, and you rather be around people that are yes men, yes women, that don't really know you, don't challenge you, don't say you should do this, you should do that. And I become irritating because I'm the voice of reason. Then I need to go. Because somebody's going to appreciate this voice. Somebody's going to appreciate these prayers. Somebody's going to appreciate this love. And it gotta be sexual. It could just be anybody. It could be whatever soul family. It could be a friend, a soul family that's like a grandparent, ancestor. It could be an adopted daughter. You know what I mean? This ain't gotta be another person as far as like, you know. And when I choose this, I get what? New life. And I receive real pleasure. What is pleasure? My heart is healed. The divine hands are touching my head, giving me that green to grow. Growing my mind with consciousness. I've given him my heart. I lifted up my heart, said I need healing. He's giving me abundance. Here's some blue down there. The throat chakra to speak. Because some people that abuse you don't want you to speak out. They want you to shut up. Because truthfully, they abuse themselves. They shut up. They're so abused within themselves. And probably as a child, they weren't allowed to talk about it. And they don't talk about it. No one knows the pain they've been through. You don't even know as their significant other. They don't tell anybody. They don't want to be known for that. That's not their brand. They don't want to be known for that. But you are going to self-destruct and fall apart in front of everyone, and it's going to be known that, damn, you really needed to work on your inner child, and that's why your life falling apart. So it's okay to be vocal. And then that third eye, I'm omnipotent. The third eye down there, the indigo blue. I have a vision for what I want to say in my abundance. This is bigger than money. This is about life and life more abundantly. How can I live my best life? You get chances, but then at some point, you gotta get let go. It doesn't mean you give up on yourself. Heartbreak and breakups are painful. That's why I usually get broken up with. But then I got to a certain point where I was going to break down mentally, spiritually, or physically. I started walking away from shit. I didn't really probably completely cut it off. I mean, this time I did, but I was like, yo, I can't do another fucking second of this. I'm about to die. Peace be still. I'ma live. I'm living. Hear that? Universe? I'm living. I'm not about to die. But back then, I said I can't do another moment. I was depleted. I was so understanding, so caring to everyone but me. I wasn't honest and yo, I can't cook you a fancy meal tonight. I'm tired. I cooked you a fancy meal 7 days in a row. Can you cook tonight? I went to work. I went shopping. I brought the bags in. I put the bags away. You might help put some of the bags away. I put the food away. I pulled it out. I prepped it. I cooked it. I took care of the kid. It's like, I'm tired. You gotta be honest with yourself. As much as you're a superwoman or superman, listen, I'm not your supermodel. Every day I'm not gonna be walking around looking like your supermodel. Today, you're gonna have to feel away. I'm not putting on a dress, a skirt, because I know if I walk around looking sexy, you're gonna want to have sex. I don't feel like that right now. I need a break. Today, it's gonna be sweatpants and a ponytail. Stop talking shit about my ponytail and my bun. I don't want to have my hair down. I don't want to look like a sexy supermodel today. I just want to be relaxed. I need rest. I can't be your vision. I have to be my vision. And you have to understand that to support your vision and give you what you want, you have to support my vision and give me what I need. I can't be nothing to you if I can't be nothing to myself. And that's charity. Given to oneself. This creates the change. You see, she's like an infant. She's not an infant, but you see the symbolism? She's like in a cocoon, like a caterpillar before it becomes a not rainbow. But yeah, that's true. I love that connection. A caterpillar in a cocoon before it becomes a butterfly. This is a whole grown human being. Could be a man, could be a woman. Looks more feminine. But in here, you see green, abundance, growth. You see blue, a throat chakra blue, a dark indigo blue for the vision. The vision is metamorphosis, becoming, there's a couple of words I can say. You can transcend, transmute, but you can become this. You can become this. In the dark night of soul. It's nighttime. It's not easy to go through changes. There's darkness. But here's the divine consciousness. Here's the abundance and growth around you, showing the potential. Here's the vision, the indigo blue, the third eye. Here's the star seeds around you, the divine ancestors leading you to the light. Here's the white light around you. Here's the throat chakra right here, where you can speak out about this, because speaking is healing. Smothering it is painful. I want to be safe. That's why I try to make smart moves and watch what I say and what I do and where I go. But also, and that's why I've gotten my ass beat so much in my relationship, because it's not so much about me having the last word. It's just about, how long am I going to smother myself for you? Like, you're going to hear what I got to say. You're going to hear what I got to say, because I didn't cry. I didn't smother myself. I've been in pain on the inside. I didn't let you fucking slide 100 times a day. But these 3 things, I had something to say. And because I didn't shut up, now you want to hit me? Because I didn't shut up, now you want to hurt me? When you wronged me, people need to go within the hill. It's kind of like a parent, like, you know what you did to me, like, but you don't want to hear me talk. You don't want to be mature and apologize. Everyone should be respectful to each other. So below, you see the branches. Like the divine said, I am the vine, you are the branches. Nothing can grow without him. Just above, the branches. The divine's abundant light is shining through as the vine. And this is the growth. This is the fruit. Checkmate. This is a fruit. Not only just a symbolism for a caterpillar becoming a butterfly in a cocoon. This is symbolism of fruit. Change. That's real good. That's real good. Let me read these couple of things in the book. What did I do in my book? Oh, it's my life. See these couple of things. How about book? And then finish up. I said a lot. I feel like no matter what I say, some people that tune in to me are going to be mad at me. They don't want me talking at all or doing anything. Can't worry about that. I didn't say your name, so be blessed. Alright. Your higher self. Hold on. Take up. Handle your added stress. Oh, that's change. That's a new one. Charity. We'll be finishing charity. Unless I already fixed it. I might have already finished it. That's growth goals. Peace. Shalom. No weapon that's formed against me shall prosper. Why am I whistling? Don't whistle in your house. I just heard some shit about that the other day, and I can whistle in my house no more. Yeah. If I don't find it, then let's just wrap it up. I don't think it's back here. I don't remember it being back here. Oh, it is back here. Look at me. Okay. Yeah. Maintain healthy boundaries so they cannot hurt you, and keep your heart open enough to overlook their lousy behavior. Have compassion and forgiveness for others while protecting yourself. The nature spirits are here with their endless love and compassion to soothe the ragged and agitated emotions in the air. Take the high road and give those falling short a pass for now rather than confront them about their unpleasantness. The bad behavior on display is temporary and will correct itself if you give it time and space. Your nature spirit's message to you. Take time out. Your nature spirit's message to you. Time out. Take nothing personally. Patience and compassion are needed all the way around at this time. So that's charity. Let's do growth. Ooh, there's a lot more. Ooh, there's a lot more. Since you can talk. Growth. I probably had so much to say because a lot of people never wanted to hear me talk. Parents don't want to hear me talk. Significant others don't want to hear me talk. Siblings don't want to hear me talk. All I ever wanted to do was help people. So I got a lot of shit to say. Courage, desire, initiation, creativity. Your teacher guides are igniting your imagination, awakening your creativity, and instilling in you the desire to grow to your full potential. And that's the thing. For me to grow into my full potential is going to take me talking. The main thing, other than, of course, my third eye vision, my downloads, my crown chakra, and my heart, all my chakras are important, but the main one, probably because toxic people didn't want me to use my throat chakra, is my throat chakra. My job is to speak. The person I was with told me my job wasn't to speak. The Most High didn't make me to speak. That was a lie. And I knew it was a lie. But I didn't want to argue. Like, I didn't have definitive proof, but something in my soul knew I was supposed to speak. I always wanted to speak. Growing up in church, I used to sing. And there was always just something in me when I would see visiting women preach and stuff like, yo, I wanna speak. Like, I never wanted to be a pastor. But I always wanted to speak. When I used to be on Facebook when I was younger, although I was going through my changes of being a youth, people would judge me like, oh, why you talking about God? And you doing this? And I just was like, I can't shut up about God. Because no matter how imperfect I am, He's so good. And I knew I didn't deserve his goodness. I knew that, yea, though I walked through the valley of death, he was with me. I knew he was with me. I loved giving him the praise because he's always been my bestie. He's always been my day one. He's always held me down. He's always given me blessings. He's always provided for me when I couldn't depend on no one else. He was always there. I could be walking in the dangerous streets of Philadelphia at nighttime at 2 a.m. by myself, and I wasn't afraid. As a young girl, I knew God was, back then I said God. I knew God was with me. When my family abandoned me, when I went to college, when I was in Florida, I knew God was with me. He gave me wisdom to see things that a young girl shouldn't even notice. God was with me. The times I was afraid that my significant other was going to kill me, God was with me. Even though he knew I was right, he said, shut up, Ali. Be quiet. Because if you say it, you know he's going to get mad. Be quiet. Or this is going to be the end. That was his wisdom. Even with me being in that bad predicament, he was with me. He's everything to me. I don't care what people have to think or say about me. He's everything to me. Growth. Your teacher guides are igniting your imagination, awakening your creativity, and instilling in you the desire to grow to your full potential. Now is the perfect time for you to push yourself and explore your new horizons. Have the courage to stretch. That takes courage because you don't really know the unknown. Apply for the new position. One level up at work. You can do it. Volunteer for the leadership role even though you don't feel fully prepared or qualified. You can do it. Every day I have to face things in life that I don't know how I'm going to do it. But YAH believes in me. I've never really been afforded to be that damsel in distress where someone could come save me and take care of everything. I had to be the man, woman, the mother, the father, and the child all at the same time. But God, divine creator of heaven and earth, YAH was always there. Now is the perfect time for you to push yourself and explore new horizons. Have the courage to stretch. Apply for the new position, one level up alert work. Volunteer for the leadership role, even though you don't feel fully prepared or qualified. Believe in yourself. That's the beginning of all of it. You have to believe in yourself and just do it. And act with confidence as you step into more responsible, creative, empowered territory. You are more ready than you realize. Don't hold back, don't overthink, don't second guess, and don't play small. Now is the time to think and act big. And don't act big, just be big, because you are big. Your teacher guide's message to you: imagine a bigger, better you, always. So that was growth. Now let's look at work. Work, okay? Before we go into work, we're going to look at this picture about growth. We see a woman that could possibly be pregnant. We don't really want to talk about growth anywhere else, which is poking out. But she could be pregnant, expecting there's a growth within her sacral. She's going up towards the divine. He's given her a cord, and she's connected to the divine source, the light being, the son of Ra, Messiah. Salvation is shining down her, giving her a way out, saving her. The stars are around her, the planets are around her, and there's healing light upon her, on her crown of her head, on her body, and all the chakra healing health colors are upon her. We see the blues for the throat chakra. We see the dark blue indigo for the third eye. Hallelujah. We see the yellow for the sacral. The yellow's for the soul. I don't know, I keep saying sacral. The orange for the sacral. We see all of this, and she's being she's holding on to it. She's connected to divine source as a thread of her hair. It's part of her growth from her crown chakra. Her crown chakra is connected to divine source, light, healing, connected to the sun, illumination, shining truth on things, source of all. And she's looking up at him like, I know you're good. I believe in you. I trust you. I know I'm good with you. I'm light as a feather. That's good right there. All right, work. Discipline, focus, development, commitment. You are in the beginning stage of a huge growth period in your career or in a business. What you have been doing until now has brought you to this point where promotion or expansion is possible. Have faith in what's to come. You are on the correct path to build a sound and solid future. Continue to work steadily and with focused determination, discipline, and commitment to your intended goal. You can be confident in a successful outcome. You may not see immediate results from your efforts, but know in your heart that the work you do now will bear much fruit later. Much like planting a garden, you are planting and cultivating the seeds of success. Careful attention to detail is important right now. The more thorough and dedicated you are in all you do, the more you guarantee your future harvest. Your helper guides message to you. Carry on with confidence. You are on a solid path to lasting financial security. A successful and lasting outcome is guaranteed. Praise YAH. So your work is going to bear fruit. Okay? The divine is there, you see? That purple, that consciousness. And it's growing up strong. Surrounded with the sacral energy. Salakara Yashanani Sakana. Holy One of Yasharal. Around light, and the hand is speaking. The hand is over there commanding. It's blue on it. It's saying, let there be life. The power from his hand is dripping down as seeds. The words you say are seeds and manifestations. What will your harvest be? What are you speaking? Like they said, it did an experiment over a plant, and the plant that was spoken to properly grew properly. That's why you shouldn't get in a relationship or stay in a relationship with anyone that doesn't speak to you kindly or nourish you properly, because they're going to mess up your growth. And a lot of this is intentional. Don't hold on, because they're intentionally doing that because they want to keep you stuck. They'll never tell you that, but most likely he's a warlock or she's a witch. They don't want you to elevate. They work for Satan. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And if they're in darkness, they're coming to kill, steal, and destroy too. That's why it is a big deal. It does take all that. That's why the word tells you don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. It is not just enough to believe, because your belief is shown by your obedience. He says, if you obey me, then you love me. You're not going to obey you're not going to listen to nobody you don't believe. Excuse me, you're just not. It's all going hand in hand. Anything else I could point out? And this is his magic. See? The little star around it? The star power. Electricity. Star seeds. That's good stuff right there. So that's work. Keep on carrying on with confidence, because that's going to put you on a solid path to a lasting financial security. A successful last outcome is guaranteed. That's true abundance. Confidence in the Creator. I'm out to the soul. So we got new life over here. New life. New life. All right. Conception, pregnancy, children, birth. Whatever your gender, your feminine, intuitive side is in full bloom. The wishes, dreams, and desires you have carried in your heart are now gestating in the divine womb, and are coming into fruition. If you identify as a woman, this signals a possible time of conception, pregnancy, and birth, and a blossoming of some sort. If you identify as a man, this is a time for your creativity to become manifest in the physical or career world. If you are married or a partner, this may signal children are on the way, or it may mean that new ventures, a new home, or new creations are on the horizon. Whatever you desire is happening. Your teacher guides ask you to summon the divine feminine forces within you. With this influence, your artistic and creative expression comes alive. If you've been feeling sterile, stagnant, or controlled, the divine feminine forces within you loosen things up and get your creative juices flowing. Stop thinking and start feeling. The feminine essence of your soul is with you, and her influence will bring your creative side to life. Your teacher guide's message to you: new life is on its way. Thank you, Creator. And here we see a woman who has the star in her third eye chakra shining down to her chest area. Her hair is white with wisdom from the divine light, healing on her head, healing on her body. Hallelujah. She may be pregnant with a star seed, and she may be a star seed too. She's pregnant. She's holding and nurturing her stomach, rubbing her stomach, touching her stomach. And she's sitting in a meditative space. Her eyes are looking over at all that is taking place. All the abundance forming around her. All the new life, the leaves that she's spoken into existence and seen with her third eye. We see the blue for her throat chakra, and we see the indigo blue at the tippy top for the vision. Hallelujah. And things are growing and moving around her. Hallelujah. Let's see. We got change and we got pleasure. And then we're going to wrap this up, because this has been a long one. Yes. We got pleasure. This is pleasure. I already explained this picture earlier. Abundance is all around her. And healing, the healing wings of the angels, the birds, the ancestors of the highest light. The consciousness color, purple. The green of abundance. Her heart is lifted up. The divine is meeting her where she's at and touching her with his consciousness, which is a gift from him. Create in me a clean heart, O YAH, renewing me a righteous spirit to follow you. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Create in me a clean heart. He's given her. She's given him his heart. She's given him her heart. And he is giving her what her heart needs to contain. Your heart doesn't need to contain hatred, bitterness, murder, rage. These colors show abundance. Throat chakra healing is talking. And the third eye vision of where it should go. Praise YAH. The streams of water flowing to her. Flow. flow, finances flow, fertility flows, life flows, everything flows. The mountains, the valleys, hallelujah, the angels, the birds, the ancestors around her, and they're holding, and she's holding him up, and he's holding her up. She's wearing her protection jewelry, and she's smiling. You know what? Her protector's angels have become her wings. You can't clip my wings because his wings are on me. We're covered with his wings. Our ancestors' wings are the highest light, divine's light, and the wings of our archangels, protectors, our seraphim angels. Those are her wings coming out of her back. He's endowing her with the power in her mind. The consciousness is going even down right here on her forehead. In her vision, she's seeing the consciousness of the Creator. The crown chakra is in her mind's eye view. All in here. If you keep your mind stayed on me, I will keep you in perfect peace. Greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. Created me a clean, the other scripture. Let that same mind that was in Mashiach also be in you. So much here to give. Hallelujah. Pleasure, fulfillment, abundance, satisfaction, contentment. Your joy guides urge you to relax. Have fun and allow the good times to roll. Life is to be enjoyed, not endured. Whether it's a fun day at the beach or a rousing sexual romp with your lover, your joy guides remind you that there is no benefit to refusing the beauty and bounty of life. Release old worn-out patterns of learning through pain and suffering alone, and begin to learn. Excuse me. It's a little late. I'm tired. I'm thinking about sleep, baby. Oh. All right. We finishing up. This is pleasure. All right. Dang. 2 hours and 42 minutes on my clock right now. I've been going for a bit. Whether it's a fun day at the beach or a rousing sexual romp with your lover, your joy guides remind you that there's no benefit to refusing the beauty and bounty of life. Release old, worn-out patterns of learning through pain and suffering alone, and begin to learn through joy, inspiration, and pleasure. It's time to leave the miserable energy of the past behind. Allow yourself to experience more contentment and peace. Shalom. Focus on what brings you happiness and lifts your spirit. Pay attention to what you love and choose more of this in your day-to-day life. Suffering as a noble cause is no longer appropriate. You have suffered more than enough. Stop postponing rewards until the afterlife. Oh my God. Right? Instead, enjoy a little heaven on earth today. Indulge your soul, your mind, will, and emotions in some delicious food. I love good food. Good music, close friends, and playful fun. Allow your joy guides to add some sparkle to your life now. Your joy guides message to you: relax and enjoy your life. Everything will be okay. And finally, but not least, change. We explain this card very thoroughly. Producer fruit and the metamorphosis of transforming. Yes, transforming your mind. Okay? You see there's a covering above the butterfly? That's God's consciousness. Her mind is in another cocoon. Your mind has to transform. No one's getting their abundance or back at the Garden of Eden until you do work. I can't get my inheritance. Nobody get their inheritance till they do the inner work. So if you're waiting for the divine to give you your inheritance, he's waiting for you to do the inner work. Unknown, redirection, discomfort, uncertainty. Your higher self advises you to prepare for unexpected change. When it arrives, do not get swept up in fear and reactivity that this change will incite in those around you. Change is not necessarily bad, and you are not in danger. You may, however, be uncomfortable as life directs you in ways that you did not expect. Handle the added stress of change by staying out of your head and getting more into your body. Redirect your uncertainty into physical exercise or activity to offset overthinking and maintain equilibrium. Take up running or do yoga, for example, to help you. You may, however, be uncomfortable as life directs you in ways that you did not expect. Handle the added stress of change by staying out of your head and getting more into your body. Redirect your uncertainty to physical exercise. All right, yeah, thinking can exhaust you. So start dancing. Start doing some push-ups, something. Redirect it out of your mind. Get moving, okay? Handle the added stress of change by staying out of your head and getting more into your body. Redirect your uncertainty into physical exercise or activity to offset overthinking and maintain equilibrium. Take up running or doing yoga, for example, to help you dispel the stress and anxiety that unexpected change causes rather than drown in apprehension of what is to come. Check with your inner guidance as you go. Your higher self also advises you to be open to the changes showing up. It's challenging to enter the unknown, but your higher self calmly assures you that no matter what unfolds, all is divine, all is in divine order, and you are safe. The process of change can be unsettling, hallelujah, but your higher self informs you that outcome will bring positive and new opportunities in the end. Your higher self messages to you: stay calm, adapt, accept change. Things will work out in surprisingly positive and beautiful ways. Shalom. And this message was brought to you by your beautiful Queen Empress and Ask Your Guides Oracle. Would you do me a great service? Could you like, subscribe, and share the video? Like, subscribe, and share the video and all the videos. Alright? I love you all, Divine Collective. I love you all that are on the path to the divine. And I release everyone and everything that is holding me back. I forgive you. Let love win. Raise your vibrations. Raise the earth's vibrations and the universe vibrations. Shalom. I'm after this soul.